You know, one of my New Year's resolutions is to get more organized. You know, I say that every year, and every year I say it again. I never do get organized. And you know, one of the I guess, I don't know, I make excuses. I try to say, you know what, I'm just too busy. But you know what? When you're not organized, it just makes more work for yourself. For instance, yesterday I was trying to find my rake, and not just any rake. I wanted to find this metal tined rake right here, and I could find my plastic leaf rake, my hard rake, and I couldn't find that for the life of me. Well, I found it in the woodshed. I don't know how it got in the woodshed, but anyways, I just decided, you know, I'm just going to do it. I'm going to get off my lazy butt, and I'm going to get organized. One of my problems is I will always take a garden tool, and I'll be out working, and when the job is complete, I'll take it and I'll lean it up against somewhere, usually under this is behind my garage, and I have an overhang here. I used to store wood here, but not anymore for fire hazard reasons. But I would just lay it somewhere up against the greenhouse or in here, and lo and behold, if I wanted it the next time, I never could find it. So I decided what I'm going to do is I'm going to organize all of my garden instruments. Now, I went to the Home Improvement Center. I went to 3 of them, actually. And, you know, when you walk in there, it's kind of sensory overload. It's like you're just, I mean, it's like, we go to we got a huge one in town, and it's, I mean, you could breed elephants in that thing. I go in there and I just get disoriented, because I've always been that way in huge stores, because there's 860 aisles and I'm looking for one thing, and I just end up walking out. But anyways, I did find, I'm a real sucker too, because when it comes to organization, I'm kind of OCD, and so I saw these racks that they had that you can put on your wall, and you just put all your instruments on it, and it was really cool. And I'm going like 12 or 14 feet here, so I added up. They have them in 3-foot sections, and they're really cool, but they're like $24 or something each. And I'm thinking, that's gonna be like $100 just to organize my life. So I decided completely against that, and I cheaped out, and I ended up getting some of these. Now what I want to do is I'm going to cheap out, and I'm hanging these little 1x2 strips that I'm just hanging them on the wall here, and then screwing them into the studs. And then I'm going to put these little hooks in. Let me show you these hooks. These little hooks here cost me 97 cents each. And so these boards here I had just laying around, and I ripped. I mean, you can rip it out of a 2x4. 2x4 is like $2. And I can rip enough out of a 2x4 to do all of this, so like $2. And then I've got these here. I don't know, I bought 20 of these, so I think I have enough. I can always go back and get more of them, but this is a cheap way to do it. And if they're $1, and it's $20 to be able to hang all of my tools instead of 100. So what I'm going to do is I'm hanging 2 rows, and let me show you. Now what I have here is I have a top row, and I have them spaced enough so that what I can do is, well, actually I don't really have to worry about spacing, because the widest part of the rake or shovel or whatever is at the top, and so it allows me to hang 2 next to each other, and then I've got a lower board here that I can just hang another one in between the handles of them, and so it works out good. I don't have to make one long strip with it, which is nice. Now these hangers that I got, they say that they're good for up to 15 pounds. So that's pretty much everything that I have, except for maybe my maul or my heavy axe, my splitting maul. But these will hold everything. And so what I'm doing is screwing into them with onto the studs, and then I'm just drilling where I want these with the 1/8 inch bit, and then screwing these in. Just using this level here to make sure that, well, it's level. Then I'm drilling them in with 3-inch all-purpose screws. Okay, now I'll just secure this bottom ledger. Boy, who built this garage? Ray Charles? Huh. Oh yeah. Well, yeah, I kind of screwed that up, didn't I? This didn't fall on a stud. I should have just gone another 1.5 inches or so, and I could have hit the stud here, but that's just the way I am, so I don't even think sometimes. But anyways, that's good enough. I got 4 securing this, 4 on that one, and 4 on this one. So that's plenty good. That'll definitely hold those big 3-inch screws. So now I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to pre-drill little 1/8-inch holes here where I want the hangers to go. So if I take this and I kind of go here like this, I probably, yeah, and then I'll put, you know what I probably am going to do? I'm going to hang my post hole digger. So I think I'm going to take 2 of them for my post hole digger and put this one here probably, or maybe down here. No, up here. Yeah, I'm going to put this one right here. So there's going to be 2 holes. One here, like that, and then one here, like that. Did you like how I eyeballed that? Of course, you know what's going to happen. They're probably not going to fit. Then I'm just going to screw these in by hand. You know what I started to do was on the first ones, I took a big screwdriver and spun it, and then I realized that it's just as easy to do it by hand. Maybe that's not a good thing. Maybe I should have used some really good hardwood instead of this cedar. But you know what? That feels really strong, so I'm not going to worry about it. And now if I didn't put these 2 close together, let's hope. Yeah, it looks like they'll go. And this piece here, this ledger board, is 3/4 of an inch, and these hangers, the threads on them are just about a little over 1 inch. And so it is going into this T111 siding a little bit. Okay, so let's cross my fingers here. Perfect, look at that. And then I'll just go ahead and hang this one right here, like that. And I've got a spot here where I can hang another one. And I think that's going to pretty much cover all of the shovels and rakes and stuff. And then I've got some other hangers that I'll show you in a minute that I'm going to use to hang my axes and my mauls. You know something that's strange too? I've got like 4 shovels that are just like this, and I don't know why. Okay, and now for my axes, I needed something a little more stout, so I picked up these hangers here, and these were like $1.30 or something like that, and I figured I would hang 2 of them. Now these are pretty long as far as putting the screws in, but I don't think I needed to put a 4-inch piece of wood up here just to hang these. I think they're going to be just fine if I screw these in with some good long screws. I think they're going to hold. So I'm going to go ahead and put 2 of these for 1 axe or 1 maul. And I'll see how they hold. If they don't hold well, what I'll do is I'll just put a little piece under here, and that'll definitely hold it. But I'm going to go ahead and do this and see how it looks. I may put them up here like this, so that I'm catching the bottom hole here. And I'm securing these with 1 5/8" screws. And I'll set my maul up here. And then kind of mark it. And then just screw it in. Yeah, I think that's going to work. I may still at a later date put a piece behind here and screw it in, but That looks like it's pretty good. Now I'm going to go ahead and do my, oh my goodness. Okay, take a look at this. This thing is, look at this one. Look at that. I've had this thing for like ever, and I refuse to put a new handle on it. I mean, I don't use it anymore because it's all split out. Isn't that like, I mean, I wonder how old this thing is. I think they brought this over on the Mayflower. Well, today I'm organized. But here's the million-dollar question. Will I be tomorrow? When I use a tool, will I put it back where it's supposed to go? I don't know. Ask me next year around New Year's when I make a new resolution that I should get organized. I really should get organized.